all the beautiful people watching me, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time you're watching this video at. This is me telling you good day and welcome back to our West videos. So today morning we're in Bafoussam town and I was getting ready to go and explore this town until the weather humbled me, fam. It was quite sunny, but the moment I stepped out, the cold that frapped me, I had to rush in to put on some sweater before going back out. On our way out, we realized that we came into this hotel at night, so we did not see this entry design that they have on the walls at this entry way. So I was just like taking it for you guys to see. Stacy and I were like, oh wow, we just didn't take note of this decor here. So Stacy and I were just admiring the beauty of the hotel during the day because we came here at night, so we really didn't pay attention to a lot of stuff in there. So I stood here waiting for Stacy to use Google Map to help us locate where we were going to. See, I do not believe in Google Maps at all, but Stacy is the odogu of Google Maps and she used it to locate us to this place, Pobia Leisure Park. This was the first stop we had to go to and it was just a 5-minute walk from our hotel as per what Google Map was saying. So Stacy was like, you know what, Carol, let's stroll to this place. Let me give you guys a quick backstory. So I had written down a couple of places we were supposed to visit in Bafoussam, but with my coconut head I forgot a piece of paper in Limbe before traveling, so we had no idea the places we were to visit on this particular day, and Stacy as well did not have a copy of that paper because I did not snap and send to her before we traveled. So I was the only one who knew the places we were supposed to go and visit, and the only place I could remember from that paper that I wrote down was this Paul Bia's Leisure Park family members. The day really started slow for us because Stacy had received a phone call prior to this day which just altered our entire mood of this trip. Like our vibe went from 100 to down, and coupled with the fact that I also forgot this list of places we were supposed to go to, so our mood for this trip was just it had slowed down. So we woke up this morning, Stacy was on one phone call to another while I was sleeping, and at about 4 p.m. when she put herself together and she told us, Carol, we did not come here to come and be sleeping in this hotel room. Let's move, let's get out, let her get herself out of that mood and let's try to like enjoy ourselves while we came there, right? So I told her let's step out to the first place, and the only place I could remember from that list was this leisure park, right? So we came here and from here we had to go and eat, so that's why she just said let's step out when it's still, at least before places get really dark, let's just see one place before we head out to go and eat, right? So we came here, and the only interesting thing here for me was this art museum here, and as Cameroon per usual, they were like, no, you cannot snap or take a video unless you buy something. And Stacey was like, do you know the publicity we're going to give you guys? In short, Carol, let's leave this place. So we left and went to this restaurant called La Terrace. Is that even the word? Please, you saw that. So we left. Stacy again used Google Map to locate this restaurant, and it wasn't far from where we were. It was just really close by. So we came here. Stacy was really loving the vibe of the restaurant from the pictures she saw online, and she showed me, and I agreed to eat because the place looked really nice and cozy. So we came here, they had their menu written outside, and we walked into the place. I kind of like how the place is segmented. It has about like 3 different areas you could see to eat or drink and all of that, and it was really beautiful. It really gave a cozy, nice vibes. Oh wow, I like this thing that they did here. It's very cool. Truth be told, I agreed with her because the place really looks beautiful from the moment we walked into it. It looks nice. It looks nice. I like the place. It's just very cozy. No doubt, Stacy had already fallen in love with this place. So once they brought in their food menu, she exclaimed, "Oh, their food is even very affordable." And I was confused in my head. I'm like, are we looking at the same menu? Which affordable is she talking about? Is it 2.5 you're calling affordable? I see their food is affordable. Carol say 2.5. Yeah, so the food is not affordable. And the way you talk, like, I see the food is 500. So I was like, is it that you're looking at a different page? We both loved the vibe of this place or this area where we were seated at. They try to give you this African vibe in a cozy, nice environment. It was really nice, like sitting there, it was just giving you one kind of cozy vibes. I love how the chairs, they use Ankara materials to like design the chairs, and then you have these wood tables and all of that. It was really beautiful, and this mini forest situation happening just here. The place was really beautiful. I'm not even going to lie, or is really beautiful. So we were seated and waiting for our food, and the food took us. It took so long to come. So if you're really starving, I don't think this is the place for you. So we both ordered pork and French fries. The food finally came, and family members, it was not what they wait at all. See, I don't know if it was just this day or today was just their bad day, but it was not what they wait at all. When you're eating something and you just feel like, okay, it should not be that you're wasting money. That was the case for us. We're not satisfied, so we had to go into this bakery to look for something we could eat because we cannot sleep hungry, right? Stacy again used Google Map, and she found this bakery which was just near the restaurant. It was a walkable distance. We walked from the restaurant about 5 minutes walk, and we got to this bakery. At least we were sure that with bakery stuff, it just cannot get that bad because you're almost sure of the taste. It's just texture that varies from bakery to bakery, but at least things concerning flour, all these pastries, you just never can go wrong like that with them, right? So today was the day I finally fell in love with Google Map because Stacy used it, and we found ourselves going to all the places we went to. So by the time we were done here, Stacy again used Google Map to locate our hotel, and it was not far from this place. It was just nearby, and I just love the location of the hotel because everywhere we went to was just by it. And family members, you see Bamleke people, this is at night and they are selling fresh granules. You see this thing that they say that Bamleke people are money is witchcraft. No, it is not witchcraft, family members. At the Carrefour where this bakery was found or is found, family members, people are there. That was about 10 p.m. that we went to the bakery, and we saw people there, women there selling, as in it was like a market, selling pears, selling cabbage, as in it was so busy. And Ceci and I looked at ourselves like, are these people not, in short, are they not feeling the cold we're feeling? Because it was so cold outside by this time. In short, since in the afternoon it was so cold, but these people were there regardless. You see, Bamleke people are money. I now understand why they have so much money. They work hard for their money. They really do. Anyway, we got to our hotel in one piece, just going to go and eat. So we opened the door. Ceci opened the door, not we. Ceci opened the door. Immediately I walked in, family members, I just dived into eating what we got from the bakery because I was not understanding my head what we ate at that restaurant. I ate and I called it a night. This was the next day in the morning, and we're ready to leave the West region. So we had packed up our suitcases, dressed up, and we're ready to go to the airport back to Southwest, as in the West region was very good to us. Or the highlight of our West region was Pepenu. That was like our highlight. We had to go to another resort, but I called them when we were leaving Pepenu, but they told us they were locked. I just don't understand if it was for that day or what. And coupled with the fact that Stacey received a phone call that switched our mood, so it was just like everything did not just work out after Pepenu. So it felt like we came to the West region just for Pepenu, and if that's the only thing we came for the West region, we came to the West region for, then I'm truly grateful because Pepenu was like a blast. We had a very nice time in Pepenu. So we got to the airport in Bafoussam. This is Bafoussam airport. We walked in and they weighed our boxes. Immediately on the scale, they now tagged it. Can you see that we even still had our old tags from Douala on our boxes? Yes, I told you guys, we are not trying to prove that we are not JJCs, as in we are going to experience our full JJC moment. Stacy collected our boarding passes. You guys remember the boarding passes I told you guys at Douala International Airport that I thought that we were supposed to keep them and use them again on this day, right? And they cleared them before we could even enter the plane. So they gave us the new boarding passes. We collected them and then we had to pass just through one security check where you have to remove everything on your body and pass through this machine. That's the only security check we did here at Bafoussam. So once we did that, we went into the waiting room where we waited until we boarded our flight. On my way back, see you guys on the other side. The Bafoussam airport is quite small and it's not busy at all, so the plane just lands close to the waiting room and they call you guys to go out and board your plane, right? And that's about it. So guys, we're about to board our plane. Don't bother yourself. The noise is too much. If you can remember very well the video from Douala Airport to Bafoussam, I gave Kameko a very good remark, as in I was expecting the worst from them, but it actually shocked me because everything was not as bad as I was expecting, and I came this day with that same expectation, as in okay, these people are not as bad as people really portray them, and family members, they just decided to shock me on this particular day because family members, this plane had all sorts of complaints. Gosh.
Mesdames, Messieurs, nous vous informons que l'usage des téléphones portables provoque des interférences avec les équipements de navigation. Ils doivent impérativement être éteints pendant toute votre présence à bord. Dans 30 minutes environ. Veuillez attacher et ajuster votre ceinture de sécurité, vous levez les dossiers à la tête de votre siège. Nous vous souhaitons un agréable.
First of all, we're sitting at the last seat, so this noise from this plane engine or whatsoever was just by my ear. This thing, I felt like I was going deaf by the time we landed. And family members, the AC of the plane was faulty, it wasn't working, so it's like we're baking inside that plane. And then there was this funny fishy smell inside the plane, like water fufu, something like that. It was so much uncomfortable. We could not just wait to get to Douala. We're really feeling heat inside the plane, and plus that smell was irritating. Family members, I was just like, Kameko, I already gave you guys a good review. Why do you guys just have to spoil the good work you started? See, immediately they dropped, the way we rushed to go outside, Stacey and I could not just wait to breathe in fresh air, so we stood there for a while. Stacey was just like, let me take in this Douala air. At least we all know Douala doesn't have fresh air like that, but it's better than what we were inside that cabin which were inside. This our country. 1 minute you praise them and the next minute it feels like you should take back your praises. I was like, Kameko, what is this? They behaved like a guy asking a girl out, where at the beginning stage is also lovey-dovey, he's acting right, doing everything right, and once the girl gets comfortable with that treatment, he switches up and shows the true colors. That was Kameko. They deceived me for that first flight and acted so right, and this second flight they showed me their true colors. We got to where they were collecting boxes and we just wanted to leave as soon as possible. We wanted to go back home because we still had problems waiting for us, like we had come back to the real world. I would say the West was really nice to us until Stacy received that bad phone call which altered our mood, until I realized that I had forgotten the list of places we were supposed to visit, and finally until the other resort we were supposed to visit cancelled our reservations. But all in all, it was pretty nice and I would definitely go back to the West, to go back to all the places I was supposed to go to that I did not go to. I love the West. I love my country. Thank you for watching until this point. I'm definitely going to see you unfailingly by the help of God on my next one. We got to Douala and headed straight to Boya. Bye. Love you.